of the Aces RG Dreamleague Season 4 here if OG manages to take it 3-0 against Team Empire. It is the IO, however, that gets banned. Not yet the Gyrocopter, we'll see.
Yeah, in the first game when Empire had first pick, they let the Gyro go through, and then they second picked it, their first two. Empire first picked the Bane, they went with the Gyrocopter right after that. So there's definitely a lot of priority on the hero. Definitely won't make it through phase 1.
10 seconds
It's a question of whether or not it's going to be banned and whether or not Empire is willing to first pick the hero for
5
silent.
seconds remaining.
What do you really want to see from this game, Shane?
Reserve time.
I want to see a Dragon Knight, actually. I think Empire play really well with it. It gives them what we were talking about, the clear objective kind of base thing. I want to see them pick a Dazzle with it as well, and just make them... They need that front line and stick together and try and get the objectives.
They need to reach the stage when Dragon Knight becomes important first. I think that's the main thing. Dragon Knight is not really that strong of a laner, so they might, by picking Dragon Knight, force themselves into helping him a lot in the mid lane. If they pick Dragon Knight, I think OG will not hesitate to get something like a Razor for Miracle.
I mean like later on in the draft.
Oh yeah, even then, as long as Miracle's hero isn't picked, there are so many counter picks in Miracle's arsenal that beat it. Shadow Fiend is obviously out, then this Razor, there's Viper. I think Invoker wins that matchup too. Any of Miracle's ranged lane dominators can just win that lane, so I think it's too weak for what their problem is in the game. That said, though, in game number 1, they did play a good early game, and they might not have had the strongest lanes in the world in that game either, so it is possible they can get away with that, and then again, we're back to the mid-game where they need to make a better decision, in particular around Roshan. That's been a big issue for them this tournament. Right. It's like OG are inviting them to take Gyro right now. Oh, that's Doom 2, sorry.
Okay.
That's right. So here we go, Gyro, and...
Oh boy.
Well,
Team Empire's turn to pick.
You got to Doom, you got to make some trades.
feel like it's a good trade?
Sure. Doom's a remarkable hero.
Do you pick up Doom Lich and try and win the laning stage like super hard?
Lich isn't too bad. I'm okay with it. Yeah, Lich can be fine. If they do go for Lich, I would recommend them doing some sort of 2-1 and helping out Resolution Bid, because I think OG would probably aggressive trialing with these heroes
5 seconds remaining.
and really punish you if you tried to do like a 2-1-2 setup.
I kind of like the utility build that No-Tail did on Gyrocopter in game 1. And they just focus everything on Miracle. They give him like Lincolns, Lotus Orb, everything. It's kind of interesting.
Early Rubik pick taking away from crit, which by the way he casted the same amount of Eclipse as the Luna did last game. So that's pretty sick if you think about it like that.
The thing is,
Was it like 1, 2?
5 seconds remaining.
Stole it both times, cast it both times. Way more effective than Luna both times.
the thing is, OG don't even need this hero on crit anymore. They have the Tusk already. They can put it there.
Yeah.
A classic counter pick for Doom would be Slardar, if they can get their hands on that. They have a ban into a pick, being second pick here. So I think heroes to look out for now are probably Moon Meander's heroes that are coming up. So it's either going to be Slardar or Darkseer. Optional Brood, maybe. Doom is okay against it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Team Empire's turn to bag.
Doom just carries a dust, and the Brood like kind of shows himself in lane. You just pop Scorched Earth, hit your dust. Brood's slowed because he's invis, and then he just dies.
There used to be a time when devouring a spiderling gave you like the poison attack. That doesn't exist anymore, right? You can devour any of them.
No, it doesn't. When was that?
Oh, it's a while ago.
5 seconds remaining.
That's very nice, though. 'Cause I saw some Doom games, and I was like, oh, he keeps devouring spiderlings, he doesn't get their spell. That's kind of nice. That used to be really annoying, and you couldn't just devour.
Yeah.
Alright, goes DS. So Moon Meander, Slardar, I think, is really in the cards here, especially if you want to run that aggressive trialing you talked about.
10 seconds.
Put him on the safe lane, similar to what they did in game number 1.
Should watch out for
5
Miracle
seconds
Razor,
remaining.
I think. That's the hero they might go for in this position.
A hero that doesn't really care too much about the Doom.
Reserve time.
Yep. There's still like Wind Ranger, there's still the Slardar that we talked about from Moon. That could be a combo that they go for as well. TA or Wind Ranger plus Slardar is always pretty strong.
Would you pick TA into Doom and Rubik? I think it's decent counters. Stealing Refraction is very powerful.
Yeah, I suppose.
Team Empire's
I don't
turn.
know, TA on Dire is always an okay pick as long as there's not too many like Dark Seers or Embers. Not a lot of Refraction Burners. I mean, Scorched Earth and Doom are pretty good. I mean, of course, they're very good, but it's a hero that, you know, you can still fight if he gets Doom.
Yeah.
Not totally useless.
What do you think the thought is behind the tiny ban?
Dire team.
Behind Tiny Van? It's a hero that Empire's had a lot of success with. I mean, that's merit enough, I think.
Has OG ever played Death Prophet? Oh boy.
Okay.
That's a rather early Meeple
Team
pick.
Empire.
Yeah.
Gotta get it before that 5th
Gets the
ban.
crowd
That's
on their
true.
side, that's for sure.
They set up for it with the Wyvern pick. That's one of the best counters to Meepo in the game. Just kill yourself, but when he...
Whoa.
Well, that's
Whoa,
what he does.
Synderen.
I mean, that's essentially what Meepo does, right? So
Yeah.
when that Winter's Curse is not in the field, they're more confident picking it as a 4th. And I'm wondering why OG are prioritizing the Meepo over showing Miracle's hero. I guess they're just thinking, okay, Meepo's going to get
10
banned
seconds remaining.
last. It's a great pick
Isn't
against Doom. as
Gyro
well. It's
Miracle's
incredibly-
Yeah, Gyro's Miracles.
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
That's true, yeah.
And there's
Oh yeah,
Ember's
you're right. Yeah.
Dire team
Meepo is
back.
exceptionally good against Doom, though. I think it's one of the best counter picks.
Oh boy. Ember Spirit's one of the best heroes against me both.
It
You
is.
do have to have the time to get that farm up on the Ember Spirit at the same time as well, though.
Ember Spirit is great this game. Especially if,
10
I mean, there's not too many heroes that Moon can play that have a lot of catch. I suppose he could play
5
Beastmaster, which
seconds
is
remaining.
relatively okay. There's also the Centaur that he played before,
Farah?
the Slardar,
Reserve
which I
time.
think is probably going to be the ban.
Nyx?
Oh, Nyx is amazing, right? You just walk up with the spike.
He's pretty good this
With
game.
the
Nyx
Scorched
could be
Earth and
okay.
the Flame
Yeah.
Rider.
Oh, I like Nyx Assassin.
He's actually pretty good against all 4 heroes.
It's not too bad.
What's stopping OG from going offensive once again against this Ember? If it's a safe lane Ember. 'Cause
AA
I-
Rubik is a really strong
Oh,
support
there's still
duo.
Night Stalker too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What stops who from going
Team
aggro?
Empire's
OG,
turn.
can they go aggro? Against
Aggro.
AA, Rubik, Ember?
I wouldn't think so. Ember could also go mid and they could pick something else.
Okay.
What about I know Silent does play safe lane Doom
10
quite a lot.
seconds remaining.
And then maybe put
Invoker's pretty good for
5 seconds remaining.
resolution here.
I'm pretty sure it is safe lane
Reserve
Doom though.
time.
Stay open to the idea that OG actually could pick a support last too and put a core Tusk.
Yeah.
Yep.
That gives them
I
some
think this
different
could-
options. as well.
Resolution could play Magnus here actually. I know he is very good at the hero, and I know that they do like to play, you know, it could work.
That's kind of nice here.
Yeah, Magnus is fine.
Then you get to see your favorite hero combo, Peter.
Yeah,
Magnus Ember.
Always a good time. It's very fun when you're on the other team and you're like, you know, 1,000 HP. You're like, that'll be fine. Oh, you crit me for 2,500.
They ban out the Slardar, so they
Expected.
are expecting
Dire
that Tusk to
team
be a
pick.
support.
So what do we say? Night Stalker, Beastmaster,
Nyx.
Nyx.
Nyx. Yeah.
Or play core Tusk, and then that actually opens up a lot of options, but some OG haven't really explored much recently. You get
What
something
about the
like a
Air Shaker?
Lion.
Could be decent.
Shaker's actually a possibility. I think he's worse than the other suggestions, again, because of the Ember, though.
It's kind of difficult to roar an Ember, right? Because the cast animation is so long.
That's true.
Fissuring
10
from Fog or
seconds
echoing
remaining.
from Fog is not bad.
He's a really strong hero against Doom, though. I think Beastmaster is
5
one of the great heroes
seconds
against Doom.
remaining.
They just roar, use Necrobook, he loses
Bernal
all his
isn't
mana,
doing-
he can't use Scorched Earth, and he's just screwed.
Reserve time.
Plenty of options for OG, just finding the right one. I think Tusk is likely the offlane.
How about Silencer?
Actually, no. I think it's Tusk is probably a support.
Does Skyrot Mage for crit,
I
and then you
haven't seen them play that yet, but you know they're up 2-0, best of 5, feeling pretty good. They might
6
try it.
energy with Gyro.
Might see something.
Ancient Seal, Rocket Barrage. Kills anything.
I mean, if OG wins this one, it's a perfect tournament for them, right? Which is
Oh yeah, they're definitely
it's
not
a-
here to mess
it's a
around.
rare
They
feat.
want to win the game.
for
5
teams
seconds
to win.
remaining.
It's going to be a shaker.
Wow,
Okay.
you're
Again,
right.
we still don't know,
Team
but I
sure
assume
they'll-
it's
they're
shaker
Moon
off lane.
shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
Crit
make
plays
it
a-
happen.
Feels good, Shane. Calling the pick.
wait for the Magnus.
All right.
For the Magnus.
I could totally see that, but Resolution hasn't played that for a long time.
He's played a lot of different heroes this tournament, though, that he wants to like try out, see how they refit, if you will, in their playstyle.
I think they're more considering a way of killing Meepo
10
right now.
seconds
Like,
remaining.
but all of their solutions, which is Ember Spirit,
5
needs time.
seconds
You need to get
remaining.
the Battle Fury before it starts getting really scary for the Meepo. Like, doing a little bit of spread damage with Sleight of Fist doesn't really bother him very much.
And so
Doom
he-
is not good against the hero.
Does the hero like DK just doesn't have enough burst
not
or
enough.
tank or any Queen of
This
Pain?
is okay.
Sorry, Shane.
That's some more damage.
Awful hero against Meepo.
You just get netted and
So bad.
die.
Last pick quad from Empire. I've seen it like 3 times this tournament. They've lost every game doing it.
What does Empire need to do to win this game?
Don't let Meepo get too much farm. I think the reason they picked the Queen of Pain is
That's
that
a
they
good-
want some immediate burst early.
A deja vu from yesterday, because I believe that was exact words from what Peter said when we saw Meepo yesterday on the side of OG as well. But Meepo should not have a free game. We're going to find out if Empire can make that happen. It is time for perhaps our final game. OG taking on Team Empire with Odie Pixel and Draskell.
Here we go, potentially the final game of the tournament. OG looking for match point. They're 2-0 up at the moment against Empire. They're bringing out the no-tail Meepo. Andy, there's a bit of confidence with that pick, but it paid off yesterday. And as they were saying on the panel, Empire with not too many ways to deal with it.
Well, they do have Ember Spirit, which I guess arguably is one of the best heroes in the game at killing Meepo, but
You've got to get
OG,
that. You've got to get decent timing though on the back of the farm, surely.
yeah, you definitely need some good farm. The other thing is, OG had to know it was coming because they picked it as 4th pick. So as Cinderin said on the panel, they probably just assumed it was going to be banned as 5th ban, and they knew that it was going to be Ember. So they come into this prepared, regardless.
OG at the moment,
The battle
looking to try and take
begins.
both runes. They're going to be able to get this up quick enough? No, Resolution will be able to find that. Moon will grab himself the bottom bounty. And they have got a bit of action going on here. Miracle's there as well. They're going with the snowball. They've got a rocket barrage. The chains will hold them back here. Looks like it's going to be enough to keep Resolution safe, and OG won't be able to pursue any deeper. Already a bit of action kicking off, and we'll start to see the lanes settle up. Now looks like it will be Resolution going up against No-Tail in the mid lane. So this Ember versus Meepo matchup. No-Tail will have some backup from Crit potentially on his tusk, so could be a bit tricky here for Resolution.
Even in a 1v1, I think Ember loses this matchup pretty hard, especially once the Meepo gets level 3. You have 2 points and a poof if you want to go that build with 1 extra Meepo. You can eat Flame Guard instantly. Ember can never go on you in the early game. It's as you said, you actually need 1 or 2 items before your hero actually becomes a counter to the hero.
I saw Funning there. They went for a little bit of a wander into the dire jungle looking for a creep to eat. Did manage to get the War Stomp ability. But of course, Fly was there with the rotation to harass him back out on the Wyvern. Resolution moving in with a Flame Guard. And Resolution will have no fear, in fact, hanging around as well. Has that point in Chilling Touch. We'll see if he's actually able to do anything. No-Tail finding the farm absolutely A-OK at the moment, 4 for 2. And this bottom lane, so Silent on his Queen of Pain. And it will be Moon on that Shaker. I mean, this lane, do you expect Moon to find a lot?
Well, I mean, Queen versus any melee is going to be a struggle, but at the same time, he has a lot of clarities, mana regen going for him. He can block the lane, get some EXP, and I think that's all OG really need from him in this situation. Just get some experience, maybe throw a fissure or two. Middle lane.
Mid lane, No-Tail. He's moving in as a Resolution. It's not going to be quite enough, even with the snowball from Crit.
He didn't have mana for the second net on those other Meepo, so Resolution is able to walk that one off. Next time, he might not be so lucky.
Top lane, Fly barely getting himself out of there. Arctic Burn to get himself over the tree line as both the Doom and the AA did start to move in. Looks like No Fear's going to hang around here a little bit, trying to slow down Miracle's farm, but Miracle already 13 for 5 in terms of CS on this Gyrocopter. Pretty much having a perfect start with regards to the CS.
OG looking pretty solid here in the early game so far. Resolution's actually not doing too bad in terms of CS. I just kind of feel that OG can kill him before 6 very easily. Even in a 1 versus 1, if he's not careful, use his Flame Guard at an inopportune time. No-Tail can abuse that and just solo kill him more or less. So Resolution's going to have a really rough early game here. And he's going to need Silence to TP once he gets 6. I think that's what Empire are looking for. Hit that early level 6 timing, get Doom, get the Sonic Wave on the Queen of Pain, and just try to kill the Meepo.
Well, at the moment, no one looking to be in too much of harm's way. Bottom lane, Moon has found himself level 3 and now mid lane going in. Onto Resolution with the poofs again. Resolution just playing it safe. He's got that poor man's shield, and now the bottle does come out as well. So Resolution going to feel a little bit safer in the lane, and as you said, he's finding the CS. Oh, the net's coming out okay with the snowball. Oh, used the slide very nicely to dodge some of the damage, but it's not enough, and N0tail gets his first blood with the meatpie.
This matchup is so hard for Ember's Spirit. Like, maybe one of the harder matchups that he's ever going to have. I mean, some ranged heroes can harass you as Ember, but Meepo can actually just kill you. Sure, the Tusk Snowball came in, but even dodging a lot of the poof damage with the Sleight of Fist still wasn't enough to keep him alive. Just shows how lopsided this really is.
Well, we're going to see if maybe Low does get Sesame up here. We'll get a telekinesis onto one of the Meepos here, and with Resolution as well. And they find themselves this kill. The chains come out. N0tail with the poof gets himself back out, back to base. N0tail proving to be an issue already for Empire.
And the thing about Meepo as well is he has very little downtime in lane. So, okay.
Oh, is he going to be able to just turn this back around? My God, N0tail, please have some goddamn mercy. Resolution getting forced back again. He's not going to go down this time. But, yeah, this man knows what he's doing on this hero.
Yeah, pretty good Meepo player, I heard.
Yeah, and, okay, Funnick trying to go for some action onto a Fly. Fly's going to cold embrace himself. N0tail, he's got a net here in 2 seconds. The shards are out. Funnick is trapped here in the igloo. There's your boost from N0tail. Funnick falling low. Should drop it. Snowballs to the face to finish him off. Another kill here for the side of OG. And N0tail finding himself involved in the action left, right, and center.
This is really rough for Empire. The Silent needs to be the one to bring him back into the game at this point. I don't really think with the start that the Doom has had, he's going to be able to do enough. He's only level 3 right now. He needs level 6 before he's really going to be able to do anything at all. Silent needs to get 6, teleport to a lane, and they need to kill somebody.
I certainly need to do something at this point. As OG sitting in a very comfortable position. Miracle having no issues whatsoever on this top lane. Level 6 now. And still seeing pretty much even with the CS here of this Silent Queen of Pain. As you said, with that level 6, he has just he's got to be absolutely on top of coming into these fights when OG try and force them at the tier 1s. And I'd imagine, you know, going from how well OG have played, they'll be ready to play around the Sonic Wave and be very aware when the Queen might be turning up to the fights.
Yeah, it's as Peter said in the draft, the Queen of Pain is not typically seen as a great hero against Meepo because you're basically doing spread damage. And spread damage against Meepo is not always what you want. You either want AoE disable or you want high single target damage so you can blow the Meepo up. That's why OG last banned Lina, because the new Resolution likes to go back to that hero when you want to kill somebody like they did in game 1 against the Husker. So they just set N0tail up for a really nice game. If they don't try to kill the Meepo now, he will eventually get to a point where he is so tanky that the Queen will become pretty useless against it, and they're going to need to hope that Resolution somehow has farm, even though his laning phase is going pretty poor right now.
N0tail. He's going to find Funnick. Oh, he's going to go for this. Well, the Scorched Turf is out here, so I don't know if he can't quite go for this one. The regen too much for him to deal with at this point. So we'll walk himself away from Funnick. Mid lane Empire, maybe wanting trying to go in on to crit. They do have Silent there with a haste rune, but not quite finding the opening that he was hoping for. And a rotation wasted there by Empire.
And they do buy a little bit of space, I guess, for Funnick to start recovering his lane. He's now halfway to level 5, so he's getting there. It just, Empire, the longer they wait to do something...
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
here we go. That's out another one to the tally, he says. The net's out, onto a low hard dance. Rubik tries to run, there's a snowball there, and another kill for OG. 4-0 at the moment, and Empire not showing too many signs of life at this point.
It's got to be a rotation from the Queen. I mean, that's really all you can look to at this point. The supports are not built to deal with Meepo. Like AA Rubik, not great. The AA ult is okay, actually, once you get to mid-game, but as far as killing him at this point, there's really only 1 or 2 heroes who can actually do it on the side of Empire, and they both need to be in the same spot at the same time and hope that they can kill. But the Meepo is not even showing. He's just farming the woods right now because he realizes that if they just get the Tusk levels and Meepo can clear out the woods on his own, they're playing a more efficient game right now than Empire can, like, no matter what.
Mid lane Silence coming again. They really want to try and fight through. Resolution moves forward, gets the chains. They do have a Sonic Wave, but they aren't going to use it yet. The snowball will be there. Silent holding on to it. Now surely he'll let it fly. He needs to get this kill with the right clicks and the Shadow Strike. It will be enough though. They don't need the Sonic Wave, and Empire do get themselves a kill on the bot. Oh, okay, N0tail. He's not happy with that, and he wants to clean up. He's going on to Resolution. There's no mana here to Remnant out, and Resolution will go down. N0tail gets the kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Miracle playing fancy footwork around the trees, looking for a low hard dance. They'll get that one as well. So they may lose crit on the mid lane, but OG quick to pick it back up and get 2 kills back in response.
Yeah, more than worth it at this stage in the game. OG
Radiant's
just
bottom tower is
firing on
under
all
attack.
cylinders at 8 minutes in. It's really weird to see games. Oh, silent.
Silent.
Oh, silent.
Oh.
Tower is under attack.
Okay.
Woo.
It is really, really unfortunate that
All
that
right.
just happened, because he is like the shining hope of the team right now, you know? He's got the highest CS, he had the easiest lane. We're looking at this guy to have some big plays, and he just casually walks into death.
Well, it's, I mean, there's still potential, and Resolution's going to try and use the most of it, moving in onto Crit. Crit does have a snowball, though, so this is going to be hard for Resolution to dive, even with the backup. And can't quite go for it. Resolution out of mana, will have to bottle himself up. Vonic nearly has found that level 6 here on the Doom. Fly himself, though, on the Wyvern, soaking up the solo safe lane XP. He's going to have that Winter's Curse online very shortly. A Miracle. Okay, no fear. Oh, they all walked into that. They walked into that. Double kill for Crit. And just another couple more kills for OG. Nothing really here to see.
Walking around corners and walking up hills, not safe right now if you're Empire. That's what we've learned in the last couple of minutes. Still seems very difficult for them to really do much of anything at this point. And the two supports on Empire, this is a combination that pretty much has to stick together. So if the Rubik and the A separate and you don't have another fighting support on your team, then the heroes are pretty lackluster when they're on their own. So for now, Empire just trying to make sure that Aloha Dance and No Fear can stay together to try to get a kill, and every time they move around, it just doesn't really seem to work out for them.
Oh, mid lane with the change again. Carnage turns around. Crit gets the punch off. Resolution. He's slowed up here, taking a fair bit of damage here from the tower. Crit can't quite get the move in. They've got the Fisher though. And here comes Meepo.
Oh.
No tail with the nets on point. Resolution does have the mana to zoom out for a remnant back. So Resolution does get himself away. Silent comes in. There's a Doom dropped onto Moon. Moon's starting to run. Silent's actually... Oh, did he blink into this? He did. He blinked straight into this one, and no tail. He picks up the kill. Killing spree for the Meepo. They did end up losing Tusk, and the cold embrace now keeping Moon alive. Funnick can't find that kill, even with the Doom. Funnick's going to drop as well here. It's almost only going to be another kill here for No-Tail on his Meepo as they chase Funnick up to the high ground. He can run. He certainly can't hide. This time the net off point. This one's going to be absolutely bang on, and it's a dominating streak for No-Tail. 4 kills. 2 assists, hasn't died at all. Resolution, trying to look for some positive action for Empire. Going in onto Fly, there will be a TP coming through, and no tail as well. Resolution, you got to get yourself out. Will be able to remnant himself, dodging the Fisher. And he'll be able to live, but 11 for 2, 11 minutes in. Pretty much reminiscence of what we saw in Game 2, Andy.
Yeah, I'm really wondering, in this game, I guess Silent doesn't play Ember, or maybe he's not really familiar with it, because I'm looking at the matchup, and you kind of have to know that Meepo's going mid, right? So if the Meepo is going mid and you know that, the Ember can't win that lane. So I wonder if it would have been better to just put Resolution bottom and just have Silent farm it instead. Because at the very least, the Queen's not going to die. Whereas Resolution has had a really hard time actually keeping himself alive prior to being level 6. So kind of wondering if in hindsight if Empire might have been better off doing that.
I mean, no tell. 500 gold away from that Aghanim's. It's closing in on what's going to be a 12-13 minutes Ags here for the Meepo. And Crit being chased down by Funnick. Funnick has got a Doom in 5 seconds. Maybe they can use it to commit. Resolution coming through as well. Arctic Burn slow from Fly, now being laid down onto Funnick, forcing Empire back over to their side of the map. There's shards, they'll force him to go elsewhere. He'll drop the Doom on Miracle, but Miracle's already got the Rocket Barrage. The net is down to Funnick. They'll get the kill as a nice Sonic Wave though. And now maybe the cleanup, they found Miracle as well. This time, it's a decent trade, or is it? Meepo's coming in, the Echo Slam onto 2. Double kill for No-Tail. A lot of touches in the middle of all the Red Spirit coming through with the Poos. They do kill Meepo. Big kills here for the side of Empire. Moon, he's got a Fisher. There we have it. And a slap. That'll do. Double kill. And he'll go for the TP out. Chains have already been used. No way to cancel this one. So Empire do still have a painful fight.
It was still
this time they bring some of OG down with them.
It was by far the best engagement they've had all game. I mean, if you just look at the experience and gold that was exchanged, they come out ahead around 2,000 gold and at least 2,000 experience on top of it. So.
Let's have a look here, Andy. Brought to us by the Score Esports. Where does it all go right for Empire?
Well, they get a really, really nice Doom off on a Miracle, and they're just so grouped up right now that when Silent blinks in, just throws out that Sonic Wave, 2 heroes are pretty much dead to rights. The Tusk didn't even get to punch anyone during this engagement. And even though we saw Moon get a really nice Echo and a Fissure block down there, we can see Aloha Dance coming in at the very end and there just wasn't enough damage, as I think he actually also had stolen Poof during that fight. So dealing a little bit extra damage. Courier snipe in the meantime, as Aghanims is now done on this
13-minute Aghanims. And, okay. Bit of a misplay there from the side of OG, as Resolution is able to juke out all of that.
I think he actually meant to do that. He just meant to do it sooner. Because if you think about it, if you're far enough away, you want to try to curse something that's in range of the hero right away, and middle lane, no fear.
Yeah, worth noting as well. I mean, Moon's got a Blink Dagger. This is, okay.
He bought it after the last fight when he was TPing away.
Okay, Resolution trying for something silent coming in as well. Notel looking for the nets. Funnick will drop the Doom, but Funnick might get dropped himself. No, they might find the kill on Miracle here. Miracle's been doomed up. They'll find the gyro kill. Resolution out on a killing spree. Wars punch onto Funnick. Funnick's still alive, but with the scores every get the snowball will finish him off. 3 for 2 at the moment. Notel's ready to come in for the cleanup. The nets come out. They'll be on to Resolution. Resolution gets himself a double kill, but now Notel turns up, looking to control the Amber. He will be able to remnant himself out. The second net flying through for Notel. Onto a low hard toss. He gets out the Fate Bolt. Doesn't matter though. Notel picks up the kill onto the Rubik. Double kill for the Meepo. And again, Empire finding a trade that isn't absolutely absolutely horrible.
The one thing that's a little bit concerning is even though they're having decent trades, we might find Moon. Nice blink. Okay. He's gonna get himself out. But in regards to the trade, the scary thing for Empire is that the Meepo's living through the fights. So he just finishes Aghanims, it feels like, and he's already up to 2100 gold. So No Tail living through the fights, that is probably the worst thing for Empire right now. But Resolution, he's made a decent recovery.
Oh, silent. Oh.
Goodbye.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh.
That echo.
Moon Meander. I mean, 4 kills, 5 assists. This man, we saw it at the major, some of his performances on the Shaker, and this game's not going to be an exception. It's going to be a bit of a repeat for anyone who missed a bit of the shaking action in Frankfurt. And Notel, he's looking for more with the Meepo, closing in around the back of the mid lane. Nearly level 15 here.
He's got
15
blink
minutes.
too, man. This is insane. 122 CS, 15 minutes. I mean, this is just Meepo things. Having this kind of net worth in a 15-minute game, 9K.
And maybe an Aegis as well.
I think Empire are onto this. This could be a little bit of a risk from OG, actually.
Silent has got the Sonic Wave back online.
There's no echo, and they actually are going to scout it with the A Blaster.
Get themselves with the A Blaster onto Meepo. Low hard dance, stepping over. Still being a little bit timid here. Funnick has got the Doom. I'll fly. He's got the Winter's Curse. There we go. Laid down to Funnick. The call down as well. Notel moving in. They found 1. They found 2. They found 3. Double kill for Miracle. And now there's the Sonic Wave, but he gets juked out. No, in fact, most of the damage does go front to Notel. Notel will drop it. They get the big kill onto the Meepo, but Silent's going to pay. And it looks like Resolution may do as well. He's got a remnant again in a few seconds, but Blink fall from Moon. The control is there. Resolution falls. Ultra kill for Miracle. And this time, OG only let the Meepo go down in return.
Oh, that fight kicked off perfectly for OG. They get a curse onto the Doom. He doesn't even get his ultimate off before he goes down. The call down hits on 3 as soon as the curse pretty much ends. That was like perfect execution all around. Like without even having an echo at their disposal, they still managed to take that fight handedly. Just OG continuing to show once again why they won the major here and could possibly not even drop a single game in the LAN finals of the Asus RG Dream.
Incredibly impressive stuff from them all around, but Empire, they won't be going down without putting up a fight, and they've certainly been doing that so far. But the farm for the side of OG is really getting out of control. 10k net worth lead at the moment. Top 3 on the board, all over on the side of OG. It's getting better and better for them here. I mean, what is the plan here for Empire? What do they do when they're forced into this position?
Well, I guess the one thing that you can look to is Resolution almost having his Battle Fury. Considering the lane that he had.
Okay, Ice Blast flows through, but the snowball dodge is there. Moon gets the Fisher onto 2, Miracle. He is around, a little bit low on the mana front. Empire. Okay, there's your cooldown. Bardock's got to get himself out. He's not going to be able to. Rocket Barrage is there. Miracle finds himself another kill. Change from Resolution, but there's the blink fall from Moon. There'll be the Remnant out from Miracle. He's able to dodge that initial aftershock stun. There's a mech done now for crit on his Tusk. On top of the Arcanes and on top of the Earnest Shadows. They'll look to take this tier 1 in the mid lane. Empire won't be wanting to do anything about this. And Notel, he's just found Silent here with the nets. The follow-up net will be a little slow. Silent did get the blink off. Could they get the net? Oh,
Okay.
Oh, big daddy.
That was a pucker moment. You don't want that. That net hits, he's dead.
Top lane Funnick. Well, He's not having a lot of fun. And he will get nicked here by the side of OG. Thought under the tower. And okay, Snowball, funny. It's fairly tanky. They will still find the kill there with a Warrior's Punch. Resolution trying to commit hard as well. There is a Doom onto Moon, but the Cold Embrace. Actually, this Ice Blast could be absolutely huge, and that might just get them 2 kills in return. They found the Shaker with it, and I think Crit...
I think
he's going to
okay.
be fine.
Yeah.
He is going to be fine, and meanwhile, Miracle just finding himself another kill onto Silent. No-Tail was there. The control came out with the nets. 28 for 11, and No-Tail now with a push onto the tier 2. A low dance. Maybe seeing if he can get in position to go for Fly. Resolution does have a double damage here on the Ember Spirit. But they'll lose the tier 2 in the mid. More money into the bank here of No-Tail, sitting on 2.6k gold on top of the Blink Dagger, on top of the Aghanims, and we're only 18 minutes into the game.
My God, this Meepo is just gigantic. And we talk about the Meepo a lot this game, but Miracle's still actually having a really good time as well. Like his contribution to team fights has been massive. Even the fights where No-Tail dies, he's the guy you're looking to kind of carry after that point. And Empire have to commit so much to being able to take out the Meepo at this point that Miracle can be the other position 1 if you need him to. He's always going to be there, dealing extra damage, and Moon, his farm is... He's 4th highest net worth. He's almost got as much net worth as Resolution.
Well, sorry, yeah. On the let's talk about for mid lane. No-Tail straight in onto Furnick, and well, they talked about the Doom counter, and there it is.
Yeah, there's not really anything you can do.
Bottom lane as well. Moon coming in with a slam. The control onto Resolution. He just gets himself out, and this Ice Blast might be the beginning of the turnaround. Connects onto Miracle. They'll miss the Sonic Wave. Miracle gets the juke up, but it doesn't matter. The Shadow Strike's in him. The Ice Blast debuff will bring him down. Moon barely living, but does manage to escape. And meanwhile, No-Tail just cutting off the wave and does find the courier here as well. No-Tail, he's ready to go. Crit's there also. They'll move forward. The Fisher cancelling the TP out. There's no escape here for No Fear, and it's 2 more kills for the side of OG. 31 to 12. And another tier 2 here on the menu for the side as they get the push on the bottom lane.
OG just don't have any reason to stop right now. They know they have a gigantic advantage. They have a really hard time dealing with the Meepo still. There is 1 Battle Fury out up on Resolution, but I think in this game he's going to need more than 1. I don't know if he wants to go for
He's going to need to get himself out of here. And he will.
He almost killed No-Tail there. Would have gotten the Aegis at the very least.
He only did 50 HP on his lowest Meepo there.
I mean, the thing is, Ember is like the counter. We talked about Wyvern during the draft, also very good, but you can counter Meepo every 6 seconds.
Going for a bit of action here. And with the Winter's Curse from Fly, they'll get it.
Nice.
Another kill for the guys here, and again, Moon just with these, we're just catching out heroes like the Queen of Pain and like the Ember Spirit. Every single time, he always has the control.
I guess.
That's again, Remnanting out. Resolution's got to be so fast on this Remnant. So many things waiting for him in the shadows each and every time he comes out of the lane. Crit. Might be a free kill. He's kind of sitting here on his own. No-Tail is around in the neighborhood, and he does have the Guardian Greaves, actually. This is going to be a hard kill for them, but we're rolling into form with the Ice Blast on him as well. They should be able to get it, and they will. They'll get the kill onto Crit, and there comes just Sleight of Fist. No-Tail's turned up. There'll be a Remnant away from Resolution. Doom's being dropped onto Fly, but everything's been dropped onto Funnick. They'll get the kill onto Doom. It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. And OG looking to play it cool, looking to play it safe. Not wanting to try and push up to the high ground, and if anything, probably want to try and find that tier 2 on top. There is now the Aghanim Scepter on Silent, so they will have that extra burst potential, and we have seen already, if they can hit an Ice Blast and a couple of ultimates, they still could do a hell of a lot against OG.
Yeah, they could potentially burst the Meepo if everything goes perfectly. So you get like a Sleight of Fist, Sonic Wave, a Blast, a Rubik Fade Bolt, you know. If everything lines up perfectly, they definitely can kill him. And the Aegis is going to be wearing off in a couple of minutes, so that could be Empire's time to strike here, as No-Tail now finishes up his Hex. It's 22 minutes into the game. Hex, Aghanim's Blink. It's disgusting how much farm he has. Okay, so the Aegis is actually gone. Yes. It's much sooner than I originally thought. So that means Roshan's going to be up soonish, a couple of minutes, around 4. And OG, they don't have to break high ground right now if they don't want, but it is always a little bit of a concern when you're playing against late game Ember. You also have to worry about the potential for Doom starting to get some farm too. But Funnick, he's opted out of the Blink Dagger. I think it's very hard to play Initiation Doom this game. I think it's better to just play like backline, hope you can get a Doom off when OG come to you, and more or less just defend your high grounds.
I mean, Resolution, he does have the Crystallis now on top of the battlefield, and we have seen it obviously works, you know.
Yeah, it destroys Meepo. Like, it absolutely destroys him. No-Tail is one of the best Meepo players in the world, if not the best, and You don't really want to spread your meepos out when you're trying to go in, right? You're just trying to go for poop combos after your blink and hex. And sometimes you eat a bad sleight of fist and a couple of crits and you're in the well.
There's a DD rune here at the bottom. We'll see if the side of OG is able to spot that out. I'm sure NoTail would love to get it for his army of meepos. Well, once more, OG positioning themselves down the mid lane. There's, of course, the Shadow Blade now picked up on Moon, so he's actually going to be the one here to take this DD. And he's going to have that extra potential to try and catch these heroes out on the side of Empire. Funnick, at the moment, just actually chilling in the tree line in the Radiant jungle. Not making any motions at all. Moon is very close to Funnick. Is he going to try and go with this with a straight-up Doom? Nope, he's going to walk it off. Moon might actually want to try and go on this. And I think he will. He's got the Shadow Blade, trying to move into position. Funnick actually getting fortunate with the direction he moves in. Moon's going to guess the wrong way, and Moon will not find Funnick here. So Funnick is able to avoid what could have been a bit of a disaster for him.
I think Silent's actually been sitting in the trees down here for like 2 minutes now. They're actually so scared to show themselves on the map because as soon as the Meepo gets Blink Hex, any hero that gets caught by that is just dead. The amount of pressure that a Meepo puts on the map when he has these items this early is immense. So Empire, feeling the need to group up now, they are going to smoke. Maybe they can try to find something here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The drawing has been done onto the Dire jungle here. But in fact, OG, they're all over the Radiant side. Very close as well. Start to de-ward here, so Empire know what's up here. Maybe they can find the jump, then move in. Funnick, who's he going to do? He tries to get it out, but he won't. Miracle gets the corner off from the sidelines here. Now the Doom gets dropped onto Crit. Crit will fall. They'll find themselves the first kill. Icebar's coming through as well. Moon getting himself in the middle. There's just Slam. The Icebar does connect, but they've already found two. Sonic Wave comes out, bringing them low. Now with the Scream as well. They found the kill onto the Shaker. No Fear trying to move forward as well, but Silence caught in the net. Silence going to go down as well. The Corner Embrace keeping the NoTail Meepo alive here that was dropping low. It's a team wipe again, and OG once again destroying Empire and forcing them back to the fountain. And with this, OG will push into the base. Fortifications pop.
I want to say that Curse caught the Doom and the Ember at the same time. And then when Moon came in to follow it up with the Echo Slam, there's just no way the Empire could win that fight anymore. Your only Ember count, or your only counter to the Meepo in this case, outside of the little AoE that you do have, is the Ember, and he just dies straight up. Like, that fight just lost. OG are just running rampant right now in Empire's base. We could be seeing a 3-0 grand final right now.
We said it before, OG, if they do it here, which it looks like they have not dropped a single game this LAN. And, well, there we go. Funnick, he's down. NoTail, literally showing no mercy. The net holding Aloha darts back. Pull down connect. NoTail getting a little bit low here, and well, maybe they can pop him. He's got a Glimmer Cape up on him. It doesn't matter. They'll wait the Sonic Wave. They will take the kill onto Meepo. NoTail now down for a good 100 seconds, and now they're chasing for more here. Maybe they can find it. They get the chains down onto Miracle. Miracle tries to turn, but the telekinesis from Aloha darts holding him in place. They should be able to pop him, and they will. They'll get the kill onto the Gyro as well. So Empire finding 2 big kills, but it may just be a little too late. As I said, 2 sets of racks down, and Empire still very much playing from behind.
Well, the one thing that they can now validate with their lineup of Empire is they actually do have the damage to kill the Meepo. As we saw the last fight, it wasn't really the greatest initiation, but they still managed to get NoTail low enough to where they had to pop Cold Embrace, otherwise he would have died, right? So they know that their lineup is capable of killing him. It's just a matter of that base damage being maybe a little bit too much when you know the Meepo has the mobility of the Blink Dagger already, and he's got a full Manta when he revives. He farmed a 4-minute Manta style. Actually, maybe closer to 5 minutes, but still, that means on average he's farming like 1,000 GPM.
Now,
at least for the last 5 minutes.
I know, maybe a little bit of a pipe dream here. Oh, actually, Moon. They've actually dropped a sentry, so they do seem to get the telekinesis off. This could be another pick off, and they'll get it. Nicely done by Empire. Nice awareness. They're dropping the sentry and finding Moon on the Shaker. So another kill here for the Radiant. But yeah, could this... Okay, it's not going to be. I wondered if Resolution was maybe contemplating getting that Rapier, but he picks up the recipe for the Daedalus. He's just going to be finishing that off first.
It's good enough, honestly. Like, you actually don't need Rapier to kill Meepo in this game, but he might need Rapier to kill the other heroes like Miracle, because Miracle is getting really fat. I know it's fun to talk about the Meepo all the time, and I love watching the hero, especially when NoTail plays it, but Miracle's also gigantic. It's not just the Meepo. So getting the big AoE damage is really nice for getting rid of one of the cores, but you're still going to have that Gyro to deal with after you're done.
And that's going to be Roshan. Once again, Aegis going to no-tail. This man pretty much touching on to 20k net worth. 28 minutes in.
It's actually insane how farmed he is. By Meepo standards, it's said in the stats that he was like a couple hundred gold away from being pretty much one of the highest net worth Meepos at this stage in the game ever.
There's someone up to here towards the top lane, making a bit of a beeline, and well, yeah, they're straight out, but they do anything to cancel, they can't in time. Empire will be able to get themselves safely out of this one. They head into the tree line also, no fear, gets the TP off as well, so they'll all be out. Well, I'm sure OG will try and get this push on top, try and take this tier 2, do what they can here to go for the mega creeps, take that final set of racks away from the side of Empire.
It just seems like a really hard game when we're talking about all these items that the Meepo is finishing, and you look at Funnick and he's just trying to finish some drums, man. Like he wants something, anything. OG just constricting the map away from Empire right now. Everyone is so scared. Silent is the only one who can even go to the creep wave because he has a BKB. And honestly, if the Meepo gets a Hex on him, he could still die in the Hex duration. Especially if Moon finds him out here. He might have the damage for a solo kill, actually.
Yeah. Echo slam straight up. Fisher with the control. One more right click will do it. No, the storm charges. Oh, the blink in. He's found it. Moon. One more slam to the ground.
Nicely done.
Come on, Slam, and welcome to the Moon Meander Jam. He takes down the man. Silent down for a minute.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It really...
Meepo. Meanwhile, no-tail in the Radiant base. He's found himself one.
Radiant's top tower.
And I think he might have found himself two. There's a Doom, but it's onto the Manta-style illusion. You have been fooled, and there's 3 of them dead. Crit. Casually just chilling outside. GG is cool. We've got the champions, Jaskal, and they absolutely deserve it. OG giving what I think has been one of the most solid LAN performances from any team in a while.
Oh,
absolutely flawless.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, this game felt like cat and mouse to me. Like OG were just a step ahead every single point in the game. I really think that putting the Ever mid up against the Meepo put them in a really rough spot where Resolution can't be expected to win that lane. And he also got ganked by